All the way from Hawkinsville is your boy Cupid, and you're watching Who Dat? Who Dat? Who Dat? Who Dat? Who Dat?
Give me the music. Give me the cool beat. Give me. Give me the dance beat. Give me the Junkanoo. Give me. Give me my culture. Hey, my culture.
Welcome back to Who Dat? It's your boy TIMMAY here with Clear, but your name is Cupid, so that sounds like a lovely name, but let me know where that name come from.
The name came from high school. I had a few names in high school. I was pretty short back then. They used to call me Mice. Some people used to call me Daddy Smooth. And the Cupid name came from a teacher in high school. One or two people used to come to me to tell me, man, Clay, go talk to this one, man. She freaking out.
You used to love Doctor?
Yeah, I used a good wingman. So I used to end up patching them two back together. So when the news get to the teacher, I used a little Cupid around here. So when it comes to choosing name, I was in the studio. I flashback to high school. I say, I can put the Q on the Cupid and call it Cupid. So that's how that came about.
So Cupid, I used to always ask artists, why they got in music. Who was it that they heard? Who did they see? Did you grow up in the choir? Did you go to a show? So to me, your influences in musical journey, like who did you see? Who did you hear?
Well, I came up in the bands. I started out pretty young. I used to play the trumpet, still play the trumpet, and I came from junior high school, went to government high, joined government high was the school of music. I mean, at least the public school.
Yeah.
So it was pretty deeply involved. That's where my musical journey touched the Justilian brothers. He came from LW Young to government high to take over, and his big brother Chris Justilian, he going to COB to run that. So the foundation actually started in Donald Davis though, and then from Donald Davis it went to government high and then advanced there, and I've been going ever since. So when it was time to cross over to do entertainment, I already had a musical ear for certain things, so it was kind of not easy, but it was easy to adjust to know when I go in the studio I know what I want.
And what I also want to know from Cupid, because you as a young man, most artists I know came up through how you came up, but not a lot of them did rake and straight, they Bahamian music. They come up how you came up, but they doing rap, they doing soca, they doing R&B. So what made you stick to your roots to rake and scrape, Junkanoo?
With me, to be honest with you, I used to answer this question kind of different back then, because I was like, why everybody why they don't want to do rake and scrape? But it's the environment you grow up in. You see, with my environment, with my high school teachers and stuff, I used to hear some spicy Ronnie Butler in the car. We used to try sneak it to the, tired.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we used to I used to get in trouble a lot because they Clay, play it, because everyone would come up to me and start it. So I used to get in trouble for playing songs like that. And then, I had to listen to Phil Stubbs, and I fall in love with him, with Eddie Menace, you know what I mean? Dry Bread. I grew up in that environment where it was everywhere around me was just Bahamian culture and music. So for me, I guess it was embedded in my DNA. I couldn't duck it. So I can't tell someone who was embedded with rap or reggae or R&B to do what I do, because that's not them. Dying how they grew up. So I always tell people, whatever you're passionate about, that's what you decided to pursue. With me, all around me, and then we talk about Tony McKay. Tony McKay, he lived through Keenan Lane, which is opposite, like next to Hawkins Hill. So going around there and hearing that and seeing him on the porch and he strumming his guitar, and I just, flashing back. So rake and scrape culture, that's something that was in me, and it evolved through time. So I believe this was just God's way of saying, this is where you're supposed to be, my brother. I was just preparing you along the way, to do what you're doing.
So talk to me about what made you realize, I doing this in the band, but I was going to become Cupid the artist. What was that pushing point for you, and what made you give you the confidence that I could do this for real?
Boy, I started I was deeply involved in Junkanoo for many years. I started Junkanoo from I think 1997. I think my last year doing the whole Bay Street thing was 2010, and I don't know if you heard, but the Sky Juice Band.
Of course.
Sky Juice Band, and I'm good friends with them. All we been around each other. So when they band started up, I think back in 2007 or 6, one of those years. I don't want to get the year wrong. I watched one or two the guys there. They was going on stage, and I was ever writing from back then. So I was like, man, I could do this. And one or two people tell me, boy, your voice too deep. You can't sing. You know what I mean? You gotta sing this way or sing that way. But so it was with me. I like to prove people wrong and show them I could do something. So I think that was the moment when I say, you know what, I can do it. I can do it. And I wrote a couple songs, and I presented to one or two people, or even one or two big artists. And they was like, yeah, it sounds good, but I don't know if it could work. I don't know if it could work. I said, okay, y'all ain't think it could work? I can do it myself.
Yeah.
And that's how I end up doing Bus Driver.
Okay.
Yeah.
So out of all the songs you recorded, what is your favorite song?
The favorite one, boy, that's hard.
Picking your favorite child.
Yeah, yeah, but I think this one, I think getting a lot of reviews and people from all around, not just in the Bahamas, they're calling me about it, Give Me My Culture, because it was personal. The lyrics of it is so personal because it was my journey. It was my journey from whence I came to now, and the maturity that happened, with my career. When you starting out, I think in some things, sometimes you want everybody to like you. You know what I mean? You want everybody to like you, and when you find that people don't like you, you get mad and start hating on them. You know what I mean? Why they don't like you? But then something happened to me last year, and I read something that says, not everybody is your cup of tea. You know what I mean? Not everybody's gonna like what you're doing, but that doesn't mean you need to stop doing what you're doing, or you need to wait for their you need to wait for their approval. And so I got really spiritual then. I say, you know what, Clay, you gotta just keep it moving and love those even if they don't love you back, and you will see the change. And I saw that. You know what I mean? That's why part of my song was saying, forgive them, peace and love, and everything will be all right. But gimme. Still give me what I want to do.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, man. So, you just got to keep being positive and keep it moving.
And talking about Give Me My Culture, because I always gauge things, how good they are, by how well my friends, certain friends, my girlfriend loves that song. Like every time we play, she's singing that in the car, singing Give Me. And I think you first wrote that song for the Bahamian Thing competition.
Yeah.
And just talk to me about that process. And then I really appreciate that you didn't give up on the song. I always tell the artists, even if a song, if you do it for a certain reason for 2-3 months, certain songs like Cheerleader that took 7 years to pop off. Like if you believe in your song, do not give up. So I like that you shot a video for it. So I know you use shout out to iFocus who shoots up, who that he shot the video. Rick Carey, though, he produced it and so talk to people the whole layout of that song.
Well, I met up with Rick Carey, and I always knew Rick, and I met up with him in January, and I say, boy, I have this song to do. Then he was like, man, there's competition that might come up. You might as well just do it for that. And I had the melody in my head of what I wanted. The only thing I had was so far was gimme. I had music, none of that. So I just keep hearing this gimme. And then I started to listen to some Tony McKay online, like all of his I guess albums music what they have online. And I just wanted to bring back his feel. I wanted to bring back his spirit somehow. And in that song, and just give it like a modern day twist. So, me and Rick end up linking up, and we was in the studio, and so happened that Rick is a big Tony McKay fan too. So I guess the chemistry right there, it just meshed together, and we was able to create. And it was funny too because they saying a lot of people was telling me, Rick don't produce Bahamian music, like he don't really go in the bush like that. So he wasn't known to be a producer to be in the bush. They say you gotta go to this one or that one. Again, that was another challenge that I want to say. You know what? I think we can do it. And we was able. I think within a week, we was able to create that song. And then, boy, it's been something special. And it's only because of the people. It's not because of me. You know what I mean? I think the song was released in March, April, May, and I think it just grew. People just grew to love it.
And killing the radio.
Yeah. I think I just thankful and grateful, man. Come a long way to finally see the fruits of your labor. Kind of start to pop off.
And going back to last year, we spoke after you made the top 10 at Music Masters, Bahamas Junkanoo Carnival. You told me that before we had the press conference with Marshall Montana and Bungie Garland, that you know your strengths. You know you're in the best singer in the world, but you know you're a performer. And I told you, I really and truly, that the thing you did with the, I ain't gonna I gotta let you talk about it. Your performance, that I want you to tell me where the hell you get the idea from. And even to this day,
You mean, sorry to cut you off, but you mean you talking about the finals?
yeah.
Boy, after we made the top 10 for Freeport, right? I missed my flight, and we was going back Nassau, and I just is on my phone. I just type in performance ideas. I don't want y'all teeth my thoughts now, but I just type in Google. I'm a Google idiot. I love Google. I type in performance ideas, and I saw a lot of pages come up, and I'm a big horror fan for Saw.
Okay, Jigsaw, yeah.
Jigsaw, and there was one of the traps in Jigsaw was in this guy was in the box, but I think it was Jigsaw number 4. He was in the box anyway, and I was like, I need to come out of the box. Then I say, it can't be like a horror box. And then one of the sites had something about Barbie doll, right? And I say, hold on, horror box, doll box, horror box, doll box. I need to come on the Ken doll box. So that's when the idea come to me.
I see this thing real on stage. I said, I know Cupid on next. I was like, who the hell Cupid is? And you open it. And I say, and I like the colors. I remind me of Michael Jackson when you come on the colors and the type of suit you was wearing.
Yeah. So I link up with our old friend to Junkanoo. Shout out to Gino, and he was able to bring to life what I saw in my head, and he decorated the box and built it and all that kind of stuff, and
Came second place.
yeah, I came second place. You God. So it was exciting, man. It was exciting. I really thank the organizers and the people for putting on that kind of that giving us that platform, because usually when you go to regatta and I perform around the islands, people really don't have to pay attention to your performance. But with something like Bahamas Junkanoo Carnival, what it provided for the artists was an opportunity for people to be glued to you, because they trying to see what you could do. They gotta see because you're being judged, right? So they gotta see your performance. They gotta see your strengths, your weakness, and all that kind of stuff like that. So that was my whole reason for really
Put yourself in the spotlight.
putting myself in the spotlight. I wanted to showcase my strengths. I wanted to showcase what I bring differently from everybody else, and I think I was able to do that.
So where do you see yourself rest of the year, next year? We're trying to take this on to go.
To be honest with you, I just want to be that person that inspires more people to do, Bahamian music who love it. If this is not something that you love to do, then I don't recommend you doing it, because love is something that is going to take you over the hump when you don't get the recognition, when you don't get the the awards, or people don't say, oh, you're doing a good job. Is the love that is going to keep you doing what you're doing. It ain't people telling you you're good at what you do. It's love. At the end of the day, love takes you over that hump when you don't have nothing left in you. So it's something like with me, I love Bahamian culture. I love doing the music. So I know at the end of the day, whether people are going to say, Cupid's this or that, love is going to keep me where I need to be.
Last before you go, so a friend of mine, Victoria Lightburn, she has this company called Bahamas Boas, and she makes tags out of Bahamian material. So I don't know who I was interviewing, and I sent her your video. She made this specifically for you. This tie is
These colors here.
Yeah,
all the way.
she has you in mind.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much for this gift, and you'll see this on stage very shortly.
They can watch your music. If they want to hit you up, book you, anything.
It's Cupid 242, QPID 242. It's in all the social media outlets. You can find me Twitter, you can find me Instagram, Facebook. Just QPID, YouTube. There's a new music video out, shot by iFocus Films, produced by Rick Carey. Give Me My Culture. You might have heard it on the radio, so just check.
Gimme.
Gimme. So check it out, man.
So it's Cupid. I'm TIMMAY watching Who Dat.
Stupid visor, oh, I got a stupid visor at work. Lord, one day you're gonna push me too far, you gon' see, you better stop and ease up on me. You're watching Who Dat? Boom!